We should talk about, before we get into the music stuff, so we should talk about the fucking storm that we ran into last week and the reason why Joe's camera is all fucked up right now. Well, partially fucked up right now. So Joe and I had a gig.
My phone was fucked up on the camera. I mean,
yeah, your phone was fucked up. Yeah.
I got a new phone.
Yes.
Because it was having other issues. But yeah.
So we had a show
in a waterproof case.
Oh, nice. Very good.
I thought all phones were waterproof at this point.
Well,
yeah, that's what they say in the market.
You'll find out shortly what the reality of that is.
Dun, dun, dun.
We had a gig in Maryland, Dickerson, Maryland. Yes. Wow. Comus Inn. It's an awesome place. We really like playing there. It's a cool place, cool spot, nice stage, everything. And before we went on, it was like, I don't know, 85 degrees. It was hot, but it was fine. And when we looked at the weather I looked at the weather forecast, it was like, in about 30 minutes, there's a 30% chance of rain. I was like, okay, well, 30% chance of rain in 30 minutes. That could be nothing. It could be, some rain. Big deal. And we get like, I don't know, 5 or 6 songs in and the clouds start getting really dark.
People slowly start trickling inside.
Yes.
Because we're outside playing and there's a nice outside area and people are starting to bring their kids in and stuff.
Yeah. We're like, okay, well, maybe we'll need to take a little break here if it gets a little rainy. And then, like, after the 7th song, we're like, shit, this is looking really bad. And next thing we know, like, it gets, I swear to God, it was like a mini tornado or something because it got so fucking windy. The wind that's what I said. That's exactly what I said. The wind went like, whoosh, and we look over and one of the trees just goes, like in the distance, it just cuts in half. Like it's just boom, the whole top of the tree like just falls.
Giant fucking pine tree.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're like, well, that's not good. So we stopped.
A third of the whole top just down. Yeah. I didn't see it fall until I saw it on the ground later. But
I saw that and I was like, we're stopping. And as soon as
we
I
started
said
the song, it was a Blondie song. It was like 3 minutes long, right? We started it and it wasn't even raining yet. It was just dark.
Yeah.
And by the end of the song, it was like Forrest Gump in the monsoon in Vietnam.
Yeah.
It was raining sideways.
It's raining sideways.
It really was. But yeah, when that tree happened, next thing I know, I hear Dave go, oh shit. And then the speaker right next to me falls. Like the wind knocks the whole speaker over. Luckily it fell into a bush so that like it, the fall didn't damage it because it was, braced by the bushes, but man. And then we were scrambling to get our shit. Like, this is equipment that's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
This shit is not cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm like scrambling to get this really nice Fender Tone Master Pro in my bag and like grab my guitar and get it in the case. And like, I'm doing all this shit. And
Joe, I take it, you don't have the prototypical MPEG 8x10, do you?
Oh no.
The what? The amp?
The cabinet, it's all in.
The MPEG 8x10 cabinet. Yeah.
We don't have any of that shit.
No,
you
it's all
use a cabinet.
No, it's all bombers.
No. We don't have room for that, and that's a pain in the ass. Fuck that.
All right, well.
No.
I've carried those up way too many stairs.
So 2020s now, Keith. Come on.
But anyway, so it started raining. We got inside, but, we couldn't bring everything in. So Joe's phone got left out there. I went out and grabbed my phone. Like
I imagine your drummer is still sitting there.
Well, he uses an all electric kit. Like his kit is purely electric. There's nothing acoustic about that kit at all. Except for like the beaters, but you don't count those. So his shit got, drenched. We don't have a tarp or anything. So, but I think Kate's phone got left out. Joe's phone got left out there. I grabbed my phone, so my phone was okay, thankfully. But yeah, I mean,
the one goddamn thing your vocalist could have picked up and she didn't.
No, she didn't leave her phone out there.
Oh no, that's right. No, her phone was. Yeah, she brought her phone. That's right.
Well, she was filming with it, right? So
that's right.
But we got so wet just in the 15 seconds that we were trying to scramble off the stage. I mean, we were soaked.
Yeah, yeah.
So she had it in her pocket, and it just stayed soaked and wet.
Yeah.
Mine was on the table next to the mixer, which also got dumped on the table. Like the table got dumped over. So that was on its face pretty much.
Yeah, we worried about that too.
Yeah.
My guitars got knocked over. One got knocked into the drum kit. I wasn't really that worried about the guitars. They're pretty weather resilient, you know.
Yeah.
But what else? My iPad was out there. Luckily that stayed off the ground. But even on the stage itself, it's just a wooded deck kind of stage with a little like corrugated roof, tin roof, over it.
There's no major awning or anything.
Yeah.
There's a back to it at least. Luckily, that helped a little. But but the stage it's not level, so there was puddling on the fucking stage from all the rain, which it came down hard for like almost 15 minutes, I think, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But because I was like, as soon as it lets up a little, I'm going out there to try to pick up shit, and it finally did. But yeah, I was like, oh my fucking god.
Well, that was the worst part. Like an hour later, it was sunny and nice outside again.
Oh, of course.
It was beautiful.
And the place closed too.
Yeah, the place closed down because they had leaking inside. They were like, oh, we have shit leaking and we can't stay open. So they evacuated the place. They're like, everyone's going home and sorry guys, you guys are done. But we couldn't have played anyway. All the equipment was like our drums
drenched.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure those drums would not have worked. So it doesn't matter.
My gig bags were soaked. I had to dry them out.
Yeah.
Are his drums okay at this point?
Drums are fine now.
He says they are.
Yeah, he said he tested everything. So
okay, that's good.
Dump it in like huge. I don't know, 20-ton rice.
Well, so we kind of alluded to it, but Joe's phone. You mentioned, Keith, like, aren't they waterproof? Well, to an extent, because Joe's phone was pretty fucked up all week. So
yeah, the cameras on both sides got water. Like there's condensation in there. I couldn't even use the face open thing for my phone for a while because it was so blurry. The back camera is still blurry. And then like a day or two later, my cell service wouldn't work, and it said run the diagnostic, and it said it's a hardware issue. Yeah. I was like, fuck. So I just got a new phone. I was like, fuck it. But then the cell service started working again the next day.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, fuck it.
At that point.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 years old. It's not new anymore. So fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep the new one. Get a truly waterproof OtterBox case.
Yeah,
supposedly, we'll see if that's full of shit. They say to test these cases when you get them, like put a piece of like a paper towel in them and submerge them for a while. I didn't do that. I guess I could still do that. But I think the fake waterproofness of the phones plus potentially a waterproof case, I should be good, right?
I would think.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I try and steer clear of any flash floods and.
I hate rain and I don't swim, so my phone should be good. I mean, I can swim. I just don't like to.
Yeah.
What year is this?
What year do you think it is?
1996.
That's the future, James. Do you think you're living in the future?
1996 is the past.
Do it.
All right, welcome back to Somewhere in Time podcast, everybody. I'm Eric. Tim is here.
I am here.
Joe is here.
Hello.
Keith is here.
I am not.
Somewhereintimepodcast.com is where you find us online. Get to all of our stuff there. All of our episodes streaming there. Go to YouTube and watch us there if you're not already. YouTube.com/Somewhere in Time podcast.
Somewhere in Time news. You hear it first.
So I think this counts as a news story, the new Anthrax song. I know it's not really shit you got to hear. I have another thing for shit you got to hear. So,
there's plenty of shit you gotta
finally, there's a new Anthrax song. Waited 10 years for this. So, what's the name of it? Something about kids?
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids. That's right. Yes. So, has everybody heard this?
Yeah.
I don't think I listened to more than like 20 seconds of it.
Oh,
You gotta at least hear the breakdown part, the heavy part.
Yeah.
It's the best part.
Song's great. I mean, it's worth the wait, in my opinion. It's really good. I mean, if you like the last two albums, I think you'll like this song. So
it's just, we haven't heard the album yet, of course, but for what it's worth, Scott Ian says there's a song on the album called Edge of Perfection. And he says it's the best song they've ever written.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Because this one didn't blow me away.
I mean, it's,
Really?
it's
I liked it.
it's good.
It's like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was kind of worried because if this is the first single, I'm like, oh,
No.
this sounds like more of a track 8 type of song to me.
Which it could,
Is it Full Metal Jackie? Is that the name of that podcast?
Yes.
Tim?
Yeah.
I think she said the same thing though, because she's heard the album.
Yeah.
And she was like, "There's a song on this album that is like epic," and it's like, and Scott was like, "Yeah, that's our best song."
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that too. But I'll play some of this. I'll get to the chorus, and then I'll play the breakdown.
Yeah.
I love those lyrics. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't know where the breakdown. I'll just try to find it. Oh, here we go.
Found it.
Perfect. Yeah, I like the song. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it'll fit nicely in the album. I'm hoping, at least. I don't know. I haven't heard the album, but it seems
I'm
like
not
it'll-
worried about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it either. I think it'll be good. There's a new book from Kim Thile, which I want to get it. It sounds interesting. It's called A Screaming Life into the Super Unknown with Soundgarden and Beyond. I pulled this because I was reading about it, and I've read this piece of the book, and I thought it was hilarious. I thought Joe would appreciate this. So, in the book, Thal recalls receiving a phone call from Gene Simmons in the early 90s asking if Soundgarden were interested in participating in an album of Kiss covers. As a longtime Kiss fan, Thal was ecstatic, but he didn't think Cornell or Ben Shepherd would go for it. Matt Cameron was, of course, interested, but Chris looked at me with a smile and said, "Fuck no."
Black Moon? Black Sun,
Ben Shepherd said, "Fuck that shit."
Love those two.
Yeah, I know.
That is awesome.
Oh, God, that would have sucked if they did that.
But I love why they didn't. Because two of the people in that band have common sense.
So we just played Anthrax, who for some
love
reason
Kiss.
fucking loves that band.
I still maintain I was born like 10 years late for that band. I feel like if we were born in
probably not that late.
Yeah, I guess
whatever.
not. I mean,
you probably missed it by like, I don't know,
3 or 4.
Maybe 5 years.
3 or 4.
Yeah, true.
Well, I'm 4 years older than him, and I don't like Kiss.
Yeah, that's true.
You could have easily been in there though, Tim.
I could have. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
and then you would have taken Eric into it, and would have been everything. There would be no podcast right now.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be talking to each other right now.
It would be a Psycho Circus podcast or some shit.
I think with Anthrax, there's a New York connection too, for sure.
Yeah.
So, my only other news thing, I mean, we could get into some other songs too, but Castle Rat, which we've talked about on this podcast, and Unto Others, which we've talked about on this podcast, are touring. And their first U.S. show is in Baltimore. So I am going to try to go to that.
That's the first show? Okay.
Yeah, it's the first show of the tour.
Where at?
Soundstage, I think. Didn't we see a show? I think it's the same place where we saw Clutch. No, that was
No, that place is closed.
Yeah, that place is closed.
Let's look it up.
That was Ram's Head on stage.
That was Ram's Head live,
or one of the two. Yeah, on stage.
I think it's like Soundstage. I think
Baltimore Soundstage.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Which I saw Testament and Death Angel there like 4 years ago. So it's a fine venue. Yeah. And tickets are $30. That's the other piece of
crazy.
it. I was like, I kind of have to go to this. It's a Wednesday in Baltimore, but I'll just take the next day off. Whatever.
It's pathetic that it's just like, oh my God, it's only $30. God damn it. I used to be like, man, if it's over 20, I'm not spending anything.
Yeah, but
now it's like,
when was the last time I paid $30?
No. Time out. Now it's a matter of, I want to fucking support music and I want to support these bands. And this is the only way to do it. Buy their merch, but buy their tickets, go see them live. Everyone should just go out and see all of the bands you love live if you have money, which I don't have. Right?
Well, I think it's September. It's like 4 days after my birthday, September 23rd or something like that. So, I definitely want to go. I just got to figure out how to make that happen. So,
you got some months.
Yeah.
Are you not counting Mastodon as new music?
No, I'm definitely counting them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
I thought you went into. You're still in the news. Yes,
I'm still in the news. We can. Okay. I mean, we can shift into shit you got to hear. But
you know what threw me off is I didn't hear the riff.
Oh man,
did you play the riff,
Eric? The sound effect.
What riff? What are you talking about?
For the news.
I did play that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just missed it. I'm watching the USA game over here.
Okay. Yeah, I played it. But yeah, we should play some of the new Mastodon that came out, and there's a good story behind that one too, because it's, it's directly about Brent Hines, the guy who died, unfortunately.
Good
God damn.
What? It's gonna go on for a minute. You might want to mute him.
All right.
It's like, remember when Dad would sneeze, Tim, and that's like the only time he would curse?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that, but yeah, he did.
Getting away with cursing in the house.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
I heard my dad say fuck once, and he rented a van to help move out of his office space, and he had parked this van next to a gas pump, right? And he left the door open, and then for some reason he needed to get closer to the pump, and the door was still open, and he had one of those poles right next to it. He put the car in reverse, and the fucking door was like,
That was in Tommy Boy. That literally happens in Tommy Boy.
What is the worst
like,
thing, isn't
fuck.
it?
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, I heard my dad say that before.
What did you do?
No, that happened.
God. I never heard him say fuck.
No.
So I must not have been there for that one.
No, it was.
Oh my God, Keith.
I think Steve and I went help. It was to help move stuff out of his works office space. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So this Mastodon song is called Your Ghost Again.
Bless you.
Did I play? I guess I could play that clip. There was a clip interview with him about talking about the song, and I didn't have that pulled up right now, but I probably should.
I can see a reflection of you scrolling in the background.
That's funny.
In your posters.
Yeah. Let me see this. I think this is it.
You have this new song coming out, Your Ghost Again, and this is sort of, you know, it's the world's first look at this. It's the first kind of step forward for you guys.
Is that Paul Stanley?
A lot of shit that has happened, not just the Brent thing, a lot of personal things have happened to you guys over the last few years since the last record. Maybe talk about the significance of this song for you guys personally, but also, you know, for
He's interviewing the
showing
drummer.
the world this new version of the band.
Bran?
Your Ghost Again,
Yes,
sort of about being in these familiar places that you used to be with people all the time, which is like for us, it was in the studio. I just kept seeing him out of the corner of my eye, like where I would normally see him, where he would normally be with his guitar. And it just kept catching me off guard, you know? And so, Your Ghost Again is basically about that. It kind of, your mind plays tricks on you, especially maybe soon after someone dies and you're in the places where they always were. You just see them.
I don't need to play the whole. It's 4 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole clip.
Yeah.
Just play some of the song, though. But yeah, it's a heavy song.
Song's fucking great.
Yeah. We get to the chorus. I think we were all curious, you know, Brent Hinds was such an integral part of their songwriting, at least as far as I know. So we were all curious how they were going to come up with these riffs, but, you know, it sounds like Mastodon. So
yeah, it definitely sounds like Mastodon.
Yeah.
Who is with them now? Or is that just three on that? I don't think.
No, they definitely have a full-time guitarist now. I don't remember the guy's name, but
we better find out. Shit.
Yeah. We'll just do some fancy editing here. Canadian progressive rock virtuoso Nick Johnston.
And his opponent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He brought in the band to fill the touring spot following the departure of Brent Hinds and has since become a permanent fixture, contributing to the writing and recording sessions for the upcoming album. He's good. As far as I can tell, he's good.
Yeah, I mean, the song is good, so
yeah.
The song is good.
Does he look like a weirdo like Hinds did?
No.
Because that kind of is important for that band.
None of that I can see.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's too bad.
All right, Keith. This is all for you, man. This is your episode, so go.
Well, okay. We're starting off with a punk album from '96. Propagandhi's. Let me scroll up to the top here. Less Talk, More Rock. It's their second album. Their first album being How to Clean Everything. Shall we start off with the cover and the peoples?
Yeah, the band members, which is funny because the band members they have aliases.
Well, it's not really. It's Chris Hanna is their vocalist. Jord, I didn't know that I was going to be actually talking.
That's fine. I can I can do this if you need me to. Jord, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, so maybe you should do that. Samolski?
I don't remember the exact pronunciation. Yeah, exactly. It's Samolski is the drummer, and then John K. Sampson is their bassist this time. John was the third. Samson. He was the third bassist the band had, and you're going to notice if you listen to this album that there's when his songs get played, it is a completely different type of music than everything else.
Yeah, I had that question, which is which, because I didn't dig into that to figure that out, but I definitely noticed there were at least two different vocalists, and it looks like Jord does some vocals too, but I don't know if he does any lead vocals.
He does not. He does not.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he does. Yeah, he'll do some back vocals. Most of the vocals are all done by Chris Hanna, the guitarist and vocalist, and he is the main songwriter. But John definitely songwrites as well. But there's an obvious difference in kind of their main what they're doing, and you can very much hear that on the first album, as well as the two songs that are associated directly with John are Anchorless and Gifts.
Okay.
We are going to eventually talk about his leaving the band, because that there definitely has a little metal element to it that is, I think, absolutely hilarious. But
I was saying the alias is because it says Hannah was credited as Pete on earlier releases and continued the alias here. And then John Sampson listed as L.A. Johnny John Shambadoo.
Wow.
And then Jord Samolski listed as Harrison Jord, a.k.a. George Dredd, a.k.a. Gas.
When these guys were younger, they were definitely goofballs. I mean, you listen to their first album, you listen to this one too. It definitely has that SoCal pop punk style that was prevalent throughout the early '90s. I mean, these guys, these guys are from Manitoba, Canada. Nowhere. You guys didn't know they were Canadian?
No, I didn't know that.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Actually.
Okay.
Right. Yes, these guys are flat out from the Great White North, and flat out like nowhere near anything.
But that is really strange to me, just because the album is so
it sounds like it's from Southern California.
Well, but it's also criticizing America very heavily.
Oh, absolutely. Very much. So we'll be getting into that quite some. Yeah. Like, there's no way to avoid it with this band. But
we should mention the producer and engineer too, so I don't know if there's any relevance there, but Ryan Rocky Dennison Green produced the album, engineered by Tim ! I don't know who that is.
You know who Tim is?
Tim! I don't know.
Well, one way
I think it's Tim Jemmy Mayhem.
He's related to Johnny John Shabadoo. What were you saying, Keith? Sorry.
It could be Tim Horton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was already dead.
Oh.
This band, flat out came from the middle of nowhere, Canada, but no effects. Fat Mike was on tour up there. They got one of the opening slots to them, and Fat Mike, the bass player of No Effects, and the founder of Fat Records, saw him and was like, "These guys are phenomenal," and stayed in contact, and then eventually they were, I believe, the fourth band signed to Fat Records, which has turned into, one of the seminal punk labels you know, of the early 90s that still today is now, hugely involved in the bands that have now become, just the part of the just absolute library of punk from the last 20 years, last 30 years, I guess. If we could get, a little more into the specifics of uh, kind of the first album was recorded in LA, and that was a very off-putting situation for Chris. As it turns out, Chris hates their first album.
Oh,
really?
wow.
Yes, he does. He apparently he can't stand listening to it. And of course, the way he refers to it, it's who here likes throwing on, their high school band's album.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys got one. I've got a couple of them. It's you listen to that and it's like, wow, I remember where I was, and it's kind of that same thing. Only for him, vocally, it was their first album, first time he recorded, and they were, he still had that kind of nasally high pitch that was,
Mhm.
prevalent, still is prevalent in punk rock vocals these
Yeah.
days. But he felt that this record, he finally started changing things and, was actually singing, and people commented like, "Hey, why are you trying to sing? Stop doing that because, you should sound like this and that way it sounds like punk rock,
Mhm.
But
So
one
this
way or
album
another,
was recorded in San Francisco, it sounds like.
yeah. Uh,
Razor's Edge, San Francisco, and described in the liner notes as the very haunted Razor's Edge.
mhm.
So
Another big the other big thing I would like to bring up. I don't know if now is the perfect time, but they'd started writing. They were still touring off of the first album and had been writing these tunes. And they played a show at June 17th of 1995. They played a very famous show at Gilman Street, 924 Gilman Street. If anyone's familiar, that's in San Francisco. It is like the CBGBs of the West Coast.
okay.
And they were figuring, they pulled in like, oh my gosh, we're Op Ivy, Rancid, Green Day have just, this is the place that started that entire thing, figuring that, this is going to be phenomenal. Well, Chris Hanna, the vocalist, he's pretty antagonistic. If
Hmm.
you can't kind of judge that from the lyrical content
Well,
of this album.
Yeah.
But one way or another, he really grew to find that, even in punk rock, what's supposed to be the good guys, you run into that jock bro dog
Yeah.
mentality of like, yeah, it's time for women to get on my penis. Yeah, I deserve it, and they should be, one way or another. They're playing Gilman, and a lot of, you know, a lot of their songs are pretty preachy. They are extraordinarily left wing, so far, very left of the extremist left wing,
Yeah.
and a lot of people would start yelling at them and stuff like that. So instead of responding to that, they wanted to hear the stuff that they knew off the first album. So at this show, they played all songs of an album that hadn't been released yet, except for one, just to piss people off. It was, let's see here, where's the wording
That's
here?
Mr. Bungle did that when I saw them. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris baited the crowd and at one point stepped into the audience with a microphone before being forced back to the stage. Um, and he promised to play songs the crowd would neither like nor recognize. So Ben recklessly tore through 10
Wow.
songs, over half of which had yet to appear on an album. Let's see here. John, the bassist, remarked quite for the time that the ratio of women to men in the room was widely skewed, and that until punk rock represents a policy of inclusion, it will remain an ineffective little boys club.
Wow.
So that's, that was kind of how things were. And that gig is kind of held as kind of the seminal changing point for, I guess, maybe Chris, and how he really started combating punk rockers themselves, even, as along with all of the right-wing bullshit we have to put up with today. But
I mean, lyrically, it's oh my gosh, it's quite abrasive, and like he is not fucking around, as they say.
It's got it all.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the album cover, you showed it a second ago, and it's got that around the edge. It's got animal friendly, anti-fascist, gay positive, pro-feminist. Like,
here's another surprising thing: as it turns out, like, I figured, like, there's one song on here where he mentions, wanting to have sex with a friend of his.
Yes.
And it's, so I figured, okay, well, I guess Chris is gay.
That's what I thought too. I was going to ask that.
No one in the band is gay. They're gay positive. And then as it turns out, Chris right now is a father of 2. Yes. And one way or another, turns out no one in the band is gay, which is weird. I remember, like Jess, your brother, had a copy of one of their kind of an album in between stuff they were doing with Fat Records and their own label, G7 Welcoming Committee. I think it was actually put out by G7 Welcoming Committee, but there's a live blurb where John and Chris are doing stage banter as they're starting to start up a song, but they're like, what were we talking about? And they're like, oh, if we were girls, what guys in the scene we were gonna fuck, and blah blah blah, and all this stuff. So I figured, like, oh, well, I guess maybe John is, and maybe John is, considering he's not in the band anymore.
Maybe,
but one way or another, no, they're just extraordinarily gay positive, and they absolutely use those lyrics of, like, I have sex with men to shut people up. If people are singing along to their lyrics, like, what is the song?
John Sampson is, I'm gonna say, not gay. He's married to a woman.
Okay,
and he's a Quaker, but you can probably be a gay Quaker, but I don't think he is.
Can Quakers use electric basses?
I think they have electricity. I think you're thinking of the other ones.
Amish, the Mennonites, but okay.
Well, I think even the Mennonites do some electricity. I don't know.
Right?
Well, one way or another.
I think Mennonites like the liberal wing of Amish.
Yeah,
it's the way I look at it, which is great. We should not.
All right, well, let's
pretend
get
to
into
even know a fucking thing about it.
Like, I mean, seriously, this, as we've relayed earlier, this album total running time is 25 minutes and 29 seconds.
14 songs.
Like, seriously, we could hit play on this and not get busted by
talked about it longer.
Yeah,
I have. We didn't talk a lot about the production. It sounds really like I was surprised how good they are at playing.
They're really good.
Because a lot of stuff, Keith, that you seem to be into, it's not about the playing so much, right? So yeah, they actually can play. They have chops, but I was disappointed that the vocals are buried. Like, you can't, like, you would think that somebody was, or a band with such a message, they would have the vocals where you could really hear them, and it's not easy to really pick them up. I didn't think so.
I noticed that a couple times. Yeah, no, there's a couple times I heard that. It seemed to depend on the songs for me. Like, some songs it was okay, other times it was very quiet. But
yeah,
I couldn't tell if that was intentional or not. I don't know.
I feel like it's not intentional. They probably want you to know what they're talking about.
I would think.
Yeah.
What do you think of the bass tone?
It's typical SoCal pop punk. I mean, it's treble.
It didn't stand out to it. It sounded very, like, I don't know, like very high. Like a lot of high end, like very.
It sounded like almost, a punk bass, like the commercial punk.
It sounds
from
like
that era.
Green Day, exactly.
Green Day,
or like Rancid or one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
maybe it was catching me off just because the rest of the album is very, like, bassy. Like, it's not, not bass guitar-y, but like a lot of low end on this album. Like, it sounds good. Like, the drums sound really good. The drums sound more like you'd hear in like a metal album almost.
Yes, definitely.
But then the bass was kind of like, that was catching me off a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's
the style for that.
Yeah, that's the genre. Yeah, it just has that more higher
and
end.
You're probably not going to hear it very well if it's not like that. It's got to cut through.
I really, really hope. First and foremost, thank you guys for letting me talk about this album. This band is one of my favorites of all time, but please, we now absolutely have to talk about their next one once we hit whatever the hell that comes out.
Okay.
Because that
no, I mean, and we haven't talked about, like, I like the album. Like, I was happy with it. Like, I was at the end of it was fast. It went by fast, but like, overall, I liked it. There's some songs that I was like, I could do without, but
I imagine
they're short.
The ones that you're talking about are Anchorless and Gifts.
Anchorless. Yeah, exactly. The two that John sings. No, I wasn't a big fan of Anchorless.
Yeah, I didn't like that either, actually.
No.
I like the end of it.
I like that it's different.
It's definitely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the song where he talks about how I wrote this song to bring all you stupid people here or something like that? That was good. I like that lyric. That was great. I should have written that down. I don't know what song that was though. It was early in the album. Maybe it was the title track.
No.
Yeah, it was the title track.
Let's talk. Let's talk about rock. Yes. Like in 18 seconds. If we want to go ahead and start playing stuff, 18 seconds is where he flat out tells
tracks.
Yeah, let me see.
My song, and bring your stupid friends along.
It's great.
Yeah.
Wrote this song 'cause it's fucking boring.
That's great. Love that.
To keep spelling out the words you keep ignoring. Macho shit won't faze me now.
This is the one at 42 seconds it takes a turn. You're like, oh shit, okay.
Did you know that when I was 9?
This part. Like, okay. Well then.
14 years later it happened again with another friend.
Yeah.
On the receiving end.
Okay.
Whoa there.
I know. I'm like, wow.
But
that's why, like you said, like, okay, I guess this guy's gay. Cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
and then the end of that, like, all the fists in the world can't save you now. You dance to this, you drink to me and my sexuality with hands down my pants by transitive property. And it's I mean, and that's another thing. Like, I love about, this band, like, as stated, if you were to, and we can open this, there's all kinds of extra references and articles and stuff like this. Like, I mean, seriously, let's see here. The articles here are $1 equals 1 vote. Countries are dumb. Religion? No thanks. Animals are not biological machines. Uppity women unite. It's just all this, hardline left wing stuff, but it's all, stuff that they want to promote, and that's why they include it within their own album. As a matter of fact, after this album, after John left, is when Chris and the new bassist, I'm trying to think of who else is involved. They started up, as I stated, G7 Welcoming Committee, which was a record label / publishing arm. They worked in line with AK Press. Are you guys familiar with AK Press?
No.
You should be. Joe, you would love a lot of what they publish because it's all hardline left-wing shit. And that's another thing. Like, for this album, Ramsey Kanan is the founder of AK Press. The guy who does the vocals on a public disservice announcement from Shell.
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh, okay.
But he's, hardline, like, anarchist and left-wing stuff, hardline, brilliant shit that you should read and listen to. But one
the music in that song is funny.
But like, another thing, transitive property. Like, how many, like, metal bands are going to, like, throw that phrase into, like, their lyrics? They're not. They're going to talk about Satan and how great Satan is. And I mean, there's so many times, like, you listen to punk rock with Bad Religion, and I hate to say the goddamn Offspring, but, so many of these guys in punk have PhDs. They're all, post-grad, shitheads. But they've got really good vocabularies, and they always incorporate, like, these great vocabulary words, and Bad Religion, anthropomorphic anthropoid, or misanthropic anthropoid.
Yeah.
How the hell do you throw misanthropic anthropoid as a lyric into a song? But one way or another, I love the intelligence of these guys and stuff. But where are we going to go from there?
I thought. Well, I was going to say that the opening song, it felt like Green Day may have ripped them off, but I feel like that riff could just be in any pop punk song, so maybe it wasn't so much a Green Day riff. But it did sound a little bit like American Idiot.
Green Day's ripped off so many fucking bands.
Well, yeah.
They're the worst about that.
It's like backwards, but if you turn, rearrange those chords, you'd probably get American Idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very much now that you mention it. Yeah.
Consumption and brutality.
And then Weird Al did Canadian Idiot as a making fun of that song, which brings it back to these guys.
Yeah. Well, I don't, Joe, are you vegetarian still?
I eat birds.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I had problems with the fake meat, so I had to give in a little bit.
Get. Yeah. Well, what is like nailing Descartes to the wall and mean to you, or did you read those lyrics?
No, I didn't read lyrics.
Nailing Descartes to the wall.
I'm not a big lyric reader.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I read lyrics. Yeah. I thought it was interesting that there's actually a song about, being essentially vegan, because it's not even vegetarian. It's
yeah, these guys are vegan. Yeah, the lyric is meat is still murder, dairy is still rape.
Exactly.
And it's I mean, they carry that throughout all of their albums. Talk about the malicious what is it gas chamber lifestyle of factory farming. It's abhorrent.
Yeah, that's what
it's delicious, but unfortunately, it is abhorrent.
I know my note on this song was delicious murder. Sorry, guys.
That's what leads a lot of people to just watch one of those documentaries on how it's all made, how the sausage is made, and you might.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't judge anyone who does that. Whatever. It's I respect your decision. I'm probably too lazy to do it, quite frankly.
Eric, remind me, how many seconds can we do before the players start screaming?
We've never really.
Okay, because
we can play an entire song for this.
We can, exactly. We can play the entirety of Rio de la San Atlanta, Manitoba. It is a thrash song. It is the heaviest song on here. Yeah,
I think I wrote that.
Yeah,
I did. I said that's a thrash song. As long as I know this is a thrash/hardcore song.
Our city seems to function quite the same. Swimming ghettos under one big rug makes the music to contain. So the upper middle class can sleep. Given the stuff that trickle down will solve this poverty. Murderers walk our streets. The weapons of their princess policies. The campaigns that ride the spoils of war. Against the lazy, shiftless population of the poor. This system cannot be reformed.
I mean, this system cannot be reformed. I mean, it just I mean, the anger and maliciousness, like, just kind of held in his vocal style. I just love him so much.
I think it goes into this thing.
The opinions expressed in the following message are those of the Shell Petroleum Company, and
Why did you get into it though? It's like
the business interests of the corporate-owned media in which it originally appeared.
Have the right to
who is that music there?
Ramsey Canaan. He's listed in the liner notes. It's listed as Ramrod Canaan.
Car Ramrod?
Car Ramrod.
They called him Ramrod. Yes.
The vast majority of employees would remain in place. But the sound and ethical business practices synonymous with Shell, the environmental investment, and the tens of millions of dollars spent on community programs would all be lost. Again, it's
that's the whole song. I mean,
opportunity.
He sounds like a real wimp.
It's easy enough to skin your
I could be wrong. I mean, he's called Ramrod, so he's probably not. But.
he's in publishing, so you know. And the next song is "I Was a Preteen McCarthyist," is autobiographical. I mean, Chris wrote that kind of about his own growing up.
Yeah.
He came from his dad was a Canadian military guy, so I'm pretty sure it's fairly different than what the American military people have to go through. But one way or another, when he was young, they took a trip to America and went to some base in the Carolinas, and he seeing all of the machinery and the whatever, and he touched an A-10, and and he kind of envisions 10 years later the Gatling I touched strapped to the nose of a US A-10, separated flesh from bone, and honed its skills on lesser humans. And it's just like that's what our military does.
Yeah,
there's some pretty famous military bases in South Carolina specifically.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, one way or another, I mean, it's just, you look at like what's going on right now with Iran, and it's like, we keep on, Trump keeps on ending that conflict that he started, and peacefully. No.
I liked, let's see. And we thought that nation states were a bad idea. The opening riff in that.
As a matter of fact, my favorite on the album is Resisting Tyrannical Government.
The drummer's really good.
It is really good.
And then it takes a turn.
Yep.
Publicly subsidized, privately profitable, the anthem of the upper tier, puppeteer, untouchable, focus a moment, not in approval, bury our heads in the bar.
You're right, Joe. The vocals are pretty buried.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Neo-colonial.
A former nemesis, the romance of the nation state, numbers and race for a new bed, power concentrate. Try again, but now we're confused. What is class war? Is this class war? Yes, this is class war.
Great guitar tone too.
Yeah.
I mean,
production's really good.
Exactly, and that's the one thing. I guess at this point, I really do want to mention Resisting Tyrannical Government because it's, they're Canadian, so they, mention hockey in this one, and it's a beautiful Steve Smith allusion. You guys have no idea who Steve Smith is, but he used to play for the Oilers, and he.
I worked with him at Pizza Hut. Steve Smith. That was different to me. Steve Smith.
Different guy. But that's a big thing. Like the line is, "Don't want to be the Steve Smith of the Revolution," because Steve Smith, very famously scored on his own team. I believe in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
yeah. That happened.
It could have been his teammate that said that. I don't know if they played the two together, but
that happened to Sean Walker 4 days ago for Carolina, or 5 days. Yes, that happened in this. The Stanley Cup Finals are happening right now, and it wasn't he shot it like Steve Smith was. Oh my God. That guy's going to get executed for what he
was. It like
did.
an open net or something?
Yeah,
or what happened?
It was an accidental thing. Like he was just passing it back.
I hope so.
And unfortunately, it was it went past the goalie, and it's just like, what the fuck was that? You fucking. But what happened just recently with Sean Walker is a puck got shot, and it wasn't even on goal, and he put his stick down to kind of block it, and it hit his stick and bounced right into the goal, and it's like,
oh God.
Oh man.
But one way or another, it's I love the fact that, as it turns out, I was reading an interview in preparation to this, that Chris was asked, like, all right, you're getting older now, you're a father of two, and if you had to give up punk rock or hockey, which one would you give up? And he didn't really answer the question because he's a real man, He loves both of those things.
Well, you mentioned that resisting tyrannical government, so let's play a little bit of that.
Well, yeah.
Why don't we all strap bombs to our chests and ride our bikes to the next G7 picnic? Seems easier in every pocket, but whose will would that represent?
I had 108 as a really cool guitar riff.
The government, but I don't want to catalyze synthesize the second final solution.
Here it is.
Don't want to be the season of the revolution.
Nice.
We're the Oilers, the world, bank the flames.
Here's this riff I like.
The seventh game of the best of seven series, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
The workers slave, the rich get more. One wrong move, we risk the cup. Play the man, not the puck.
We got to play the only good
Fascist is a very dead fascist.
That's
from
my
the very
favorite song.
start. Yes.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
that-
great.
Fantastic.
Oh,
You can play the whole thing. It's a minute long.
I know. Let me get the volume up here.
Swastikas and clan robes. Sexist, racist, homophobes. Aryan nations and hammer skins. You can wear my nuts on your Nazi chins. I love a man in uniform. Just what exactly are the great historical accomplishments of your race that make you proud to be white? Capitalism, slavery, genocide, sitcoms? This is your fucking white history, my friend. So why don't we start making a history worth being proud of and start fighting the real fucking enemy? Swastikas and clan robes.
I'm just gonna play the whole. I mean, we only got like 10 seconds left. May as well play.
Let it go.
This one's for the master race.
I love this.
My brown power ass in your white power face. Kill them all and let a North God sort them out.
Yeah. It's
It's
fantastic.
crazy. This was 30 years ago.
Yeah. And things are worse now.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Guar song, except
I was
they would
thinking
be they would be in the like playing the role of the Nazi.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Or they'd have a character that was singing it. You know.
Yeah.
But that whole part in there about, white privilege, like the whole Black Lives Matter movement was all about that, like part of it was anyway. Like, I remember having a little debate with my son's then girlfriend about when that first started happening. And she was talking about racism and like, I was like, well, there's racism against white people too. And she's like, not really. Like I was really educated during that whole thing.
Wait, who said that?
I said that initially.
You said that there's racism against white people?
I did initially because I was ignorant to it. Like I didn't know all. Like I was, and she kind of educated me, and I learned more about like the whole history of this nation, really, and how it was basically built on. I mean, I knew there were slaves and shit like that. I'm not that stupid, but like, I didn't realize how truly bad it really was. So
and it perpetuated. It's not like slavery ended and everyone was free. That made all of the.
Look at the prison system of the 80s and what Reagan did to the prisons in the 80s. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. So I learned a lot during that, the 2020s when it was COVID and, Black Lives Matter. And it was, very educational for me. So, because I didn't pay attention in school.
Have you heard That Is How the World Works, Keith, by Bo Burnham?
Oh, that's fantastic.
Maybe.
I've heard a lot of,
yeah.
That song, that song in particular is really good. But
all right, I guess we probably can't play. We can't just throw that one on and not get sued. So, but I mean, I take it works well with the lyrically with Propagandhi.
Yes,
that part for sure. Yeah.
Well, let's go into some of my notes on this. Like again, the front cover of this shows Specifically, it is a photo ripped from a flyer for the 1984 Calgary Stampede. So it's just an image of a bull rider, who got thrown off of his bull and is, actually, getting trampled. And that was for the Calgary Stampede to show that, real men are cowboys out there, But, in honesty, animals should be fucking us up as much as they can because, god damn it, have we, worked I mean, they're so damn delicious, but we really have created just a system of absolute continuous genocide on cows. Delicious, delicious cows. All right, let's finally get into the whole John K. Sampson situation.
Okay.
As stated, there's two songs on this, and there's other stuff. My favorite song on the first album is half him and half Chris, and it's so incredible how they mix the two of their styles together. John is not exactly the most heavy metal guy in the world. The two songs here you can hear very, quiet and subdued.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, they got asked to do to get onto a compilation for this metal band that Chris loves. They wanted to do a cover of this. This is another song that's on that. What the hell is the damn name of it? I've got it down here somewhere, but Jesse had it, and that's where the first time I saw it. Um, but it's a comp for the band Venom.
Oh.
And so Chris was like, "Oh man, all right, we're doing oh god, what the hell's the damn song?" One way or another, they're doing to do a Venom song, so they all get together to record it. And afterwards, John's just like, "Okay, well, I don't know if I felt good on that one." And really, Chris kind of came out of that recording feeling like
stand up and be counted. Is that it?
Stand up and be counted. Yes. But he felt that it's not that John didn't feel good about what he did. He's just didn't really feel good about the song we were recording. There's definitely a separation here. So one way or another, at that point, they sat down and it was, one of those really kind of, what? Yeah, I shouldn't be in this band kind of situation. So John quit. And flat out, his next band, he created the band called the Weaker Thens. For any of you that have wives, introduce your wives to like the Weaker Thens. I remember, I will never forget. I went out and oh, well, this is John Sampson. I'm gonna love this. I bought that album in '99 or 2000 when I was living with Mike and Andy, if you remember those guys, Joe. And I brought it home and I threw it on and I listened to it once and I stared at the wall like, oh my god, this sucks. Because it was fucking emo. It is flat out emo, the most, this is emo before anybody were using the term emo is when these guys started. So these guys are emo as can be. And now it's one of those albums that I was just like, I got to get rid of this. And I'm like, no, I'm never going to sell another album again because I've regretted it too many times. I pulled that thing out in I don't know, 2012 or 2013, 15 years after I bought the fucking thing. And I absolutely fucking love it now because I'm an old man and I like emo. But one way or another, so yes, he definitely is really, hey, everybody, this song is about feeling,
That's good.
Yeah, well, I well, one way or another. So he left, and they, the guy who was Chris's roommate for some period of time, Todd the Rod, who is a black belt in well, yeah, he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
The guy that sounds wimpy?
No. John quit, and they brought in a guy that they
not the Ramrod. The Rod
Todd the Rod. Yes,
Todd Rod.
But and that totally has changed. There's so just as much as you can hear, kind of the softer stuff is all John. Once Todd the Rod came in, it is now brought in this it's now like more post-hardcore, and the fact that it's heavy and it's got metal elements, like all of their current stuff ever since Todd joined is now been like that. Yeah. So
I was going to ask about that because remember the last episode we talked when we did Shit You Gotta Hear, you just got the new Propagandhi album.
Yes.
And we were talking about, we played the song Cat Guy.
Yeah.
So like, I was going to ask, that must be Todd the Rod.
Well, that's Todd the Rod is no. I mean, he's more hardcore and yelly and stuff like that. I really think that it's just age is how Cat Guy got, envisioned.
Weren't the Flanders boys Rod and Todd?
Yeah. Yes.
I think they were.
Yeah. Something tells me they'd get beaten by Todd the Rod, but
okay.
All right. Well, what else we got on this? Anything?
Let's see here. I've got that's the whole thing. Like I've got like
Keith
four
could
more
talk for
pages
hours
of notes. Exactly. and I appreciate you guys letting me say this, but I know it's gonna, I'm just talking to an echo chamber at this point.
I mean, I'm glad you do because I don't have a ton of notes. So, like, I like the album, but like, I don't have a history with them. So,
Yeah.
All right, here's Chris in an interview in 2021 about the impact of this album. He stated, I think it's more urgent than it was in 1996. What he's talking about here, and not because of the kids, but because the dangerous trajectory that hasn't gotten better in many important ways. Things are far more complex than things were in my early 20s, and things seem more daunting. So things are more urgent, but the prospect of urgency being attended to are more daunting than they were. I took inspiration from Black Lives Matter. There are good things happening, but at the same time, the world destroying things are happening at a faster pace. He adds, rather than involving myself in explicitly activist kind of things, I've worked in the past 10 years to contribute to my immediate community and demonstrate the kinds of values that make for a better kind of neighborhood, which will spill over into a city. I don't know if it's a solution, but it feels rewarding. And as a community, we are imparting important values onto the next generation that's coming up. That's what Chris is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
It is good. It's too bad more people don't think like that,
Well, it would be a beautiful world if everyone was leftist.
Well, I think, right now things are worse than they were when this album. We're talking
that not
about
pathetic?
It's crazy. It's insane.
And the reason why is the internet. What was it opened? It is all of the information of the entire world at our fingertips, and it turned into a screaming point of stupid ignorance of like, I don't want to know what really is. I want to spew my hatred at the world, and people are listening to that yelling because people are so fucking dumb.
Well, you can make money off of dumb people, so it's easy to create an echo chamber and make a shit ton of money.
Here's another thing to mention about Propagandhi. As stated, they were, their entire career for most of it was on Fat Records. So, see here, 2 albums after this one, Potemkin City Limits, pretty much Fat Mike, was advertising or promoting the presidential campaign of that time frame, which was Bush and Kerry. And there was so one way or another, Propagandhi for the inner, I could pull it out if I could find it real fast, but one way or another has a picture of Fat Mike standing next to John Kerry at some kind of political thing. And of course there's, they threw that in there to like as a middle finger to that asshole for like being John Kerry. Thanks, jackass. But one way or another, like Fat Mike went to Brett Gurewitz from Epitaph, the owner of Epitaph and the guitarist of Bad Religion, and the guy that I forget what band the guy from Side One Dummy is on, but it's just like, what should I do? And they're all like, dude, drop the fucking band. hold it. Don't release it. If they want to try and fuck you over like that and like make you into a thing, then fuck them. And he's just like, but the album's so goddamn good. It's a good fucking album. I can't do that. I love this thing. So he released it, and that goes to show you, in the punk rock, you gotta take one on the chin sometimes. And sometimes maybe you're a little right too, because John Kerry was a fucking jack off.
Well, I mean, you could go back to like Al Gore and Tipper Gore, what they were doing. They were doing stupid shit too.
I mean, God damn it. Yeah. Like Tipper Gore is the reason why like everyone thinks that the left is trying to censor everyone, because those shitheads were.
I know.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's insane. It's like, what the what are you doing?
Yeah.
But Jesus, no, fuck you.
Yeah. It's what it was. It's our religion.
It still is.
Yeah.
But one way or another. So yes, everybody, Propagandhi, less rock, more talk, or less talk, more rock. Brilliant fucking album. Everything that this band does is brilliant. And if you are into the lyrics, read the lyrics, buy the album. The album itself will have references and kind of a bibliography of other shit you would be interested in. Read that stuff. Like, the one song, what is it? People's History of the World, is an allusion to Howard Zinn's People's History of the United States. It's kind of like a little like, hey, everybody, you should read this kind of stuff because it'll be real information and not the bullshit that you're taught.
Yeah. All right. Well, grades on this one.
Gee, I wonder if I'm giving it an A+.
Yeah, yours is an easy one. I said B. It was good. I don't know how often I'll go back to it, but there were some really good songs on it. Some songs I didn't really care for, but overall, good. B album for me.
I also said B. I think it's a good album. Lyrics, of course, are great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
When we switch genres, sorry, Tim.
I was going to say, I mean, especially for this genre, I don't typically go for this genre, but when you do, you're kind of expecting, like we were talking about earlier, that the musicianship won't be that great, but on this, it's fantastic. The drummer's awesome on this album. Pretty much everyone's great in terms of musicianship. It's really good. So
yeah, I think for the genre, I'd say B+. This is good, but I also probably won't go back to it because I don't listen to punk very much.
Yeah. All right.
So I'm probably more likely to listen to I'm definitely going to listen to more Propagandhi.
We'll get into their later albums because they are definitely. This is the last Propagandhi album that sounds anything like this. This is the end of them sounding like they're from Southern California.
We mentioned the latest album. It sounds nothing like this. So.
Yes, everything after this, it sounds all post-punk. It's like when, if like Green Day were all of a sudden become Fugazi. It's kind of like that.
Okay, well, are we good? I think we're good. Right?
Yeah. I'm good.
Yeah,
right. I'm out either way. Fuck it.
All right. Good. Well, for Keith and Joe and Tim, this is Eric saying,
thank you. Good fucking night. Energy, aggression, power. To sum it up, it's a vulgar display of power.
Sometimes I think you drink just a little too much blood.
I'm sorry, I'm going to PA. Bloodaholics Anonymous.
Cut it out.
Cutting it up big time.
They are miserable slaves of Satan.
Some cunt's recording this.